Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of June 26th. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. Hey, I started a Patreon, and I thought you might want to know about it, so I want to let you know it exists. It only has 2 tiers right now. You can find more information in the description, and that's about it. Let's get back to the video. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Dark Mansion Tarot with yellow calcite, the Light Seers Tarot with green aventurine, and the Tarot de Marseille with amethyst. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. All right, group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. Just dipping our toe into July, very early July, but we'll see what we have. As usual, the threat for your deck isn't getting it in frame. It's really making sure that it's crooked here. I know you have a lot of reverse cards. Don't panic. This should be a nice shot for you. Please don't be crooked. This'll do. Group 1, your message in a nutshell is that no matter what happens this week, don't forget how strong and awesome you are. I have the feeling that this week has a bunch of delays, but not necessarily due to you being less capable. Before I forget to point this out, I did find it interesting that you have 2 9s and 2 queens in your reading, and something that that is heavily influencing how I'm reading this cross is the Chariot reversed at the bottom of your deck, the only major arcana card in this entire thing, which isn't technically in the reading, but you get what I mean. The Chariot reversed, I often read it as an invitation to go back to the drawing board and reevaluate the situation, reevaluate your approach, but also a reminder of how awesome you are, because the Chariot is a champion, you know. However, the thing that is confusing me, well, not confusing me, it's the ace in the middle of your reading here. I'm not sure if the danger, because the main theme of this cross is something knocking you off your A game and potentially causing you to make unnecessary mistakes, but the mistakes that is most glaring here is needlessly blaming yourself, because the 9 of coins is a card of strong independence, of abundance, all that great shit. The 9 of wands is a card of strength. You know, we have the emotional nurturing of the Queen of Cups, the creativity of the Queen of Wands here at the bottom of your cross, the only upright card in this entire thing, which is something to keep in mind. Just because things don't look optimal above the surface doesn't mean that underground there isn't a solid bedrock of creative awesomeness that is under it. And yeah, actually, I got distracted while talking about this ace here. I don't know if this ace reversed is an opportunity that is distracting you from something that you should be focusing on, causing all these cards to become reverse, or if it is the opportunity that you've been focusing on taking longer to manifest and develop than you would like, which might spring up feelings of self-doubt. But one thing is for sure, just because you sometimes, okay, here's a nice way to bring this back to the Chariot reverse here. Sometimes you need to go back to the drawing board because you fucked up, and other times you need to go back to the drawing board because the game has changed. And I'm reading this much more of the latter. So don't let the fact that the game board changes under you start sowing doubt in you of your ability to even play the game. That was a mic drop, so I hope that was helpful. You can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 2. Let's see what we have for you for this week. Gonna throw down all 5 cards as usual. Ooh, Temperance. Fun fact, I hate this Temperance card. It's such a nod to how awesome this deck is that I own it, despite how I don't like this Temperance card. I love this deck, and I have a whole thing about Temperance in general, which I will rant on at some other point. Don't get scared by this Tower or this Nine of Swords here. I will be back right now. Group 2, before I give you a reading, in the sake of transparency, when I paused the recording, the card under the Tower here was peeking out just a little bit like this, and I was too curious, so I took a little peek to see the Hierophant under the Tower here with the Stairway to Heaven here, which we will get back to. Now, here's the deal. And this is something that I feel I say a lot. Sometimes when you're on the verge of a breakthrough, that's when all the doubts and the voices that have been holding you back start screaming their loudest. And I think that the theme for you for this week, Group 2, is that I think what's standing between you and the major breakthrough that you're on the verge of, that you're on the cusp of, is being honest either with someone or with yourself regarding some longing or nostalgic feelings from your past here. It always irritates me to read the Six of Cups as the past. I think that it's a very surface level way of reading the card. However, I do call it the nostalgia card, so either someone or something that you have nostalgic feelings towards is in your way. And the key that will open up the door and strike down anything that is in your way is to be honest, either with yourself or with someone or with the world, represented by the Queen of Swords here. So I think that it is absolutely normal for this to cause anxiety and nervousness. However, the reward that you get after this is ascension. It might be a bit much. This is a weekly spread, but the theme of facing your biggest fear in order to get the big reward is very strong in this reading. So it's difficult for me to harp on many other themes. We have 3 out of 5 of these cards, which are swords, the realm of thoughts and words. And I just want to nod to the Temperance card here. I think the balance that Temperance is inviting you to tap into is either being gentle with yourself or remembering that, let's say that the honesty that is scaring you right now involves a person. You don't need to be a jackass just when you stand your ground or speak your truth to someone. And maybe what is giving you the fear is this false dichotomy of either caving in or, lashing out. Wow, I should remember that I said that. Anyway, Editor Sid in the future, remember this if I haven't yet. Anyway, sorry, back to you, Group 2. The false dichotomy of either caving in or lashing out those aren't your only 2 options. So try to remember that whatever you need to look in the face is the reward of looking at it and taking an honest look at it is well worth it. Pointing here, the change might be shocking, but what's on the other side, it's looking like you'll be happy that you did it. And before I let you go, one other thing that I find interesting is how the Queen and the Page are facing each other, and they're both depicted as women in their cards, almost as if it's the same person, almost as if the older, wiser self is waiting for you to actually look yourself in the face and see what has been blocking you. And once you turn this queen upright, then you can march together towards this brighter future, you know? So on that note, I will thank you for trusting me with your reading. You can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 3. Let's see what we have for you. Ooh. Regular viewers who often choose the Marseille know how the Ace of Swords is my favorite ace in this deck. It's just so beautiful. And whenever I turn it, I feel like I go, ooh, just because it's so nice. Well, before I even... Oh, Jesus Christ, that's crooked. Let me just do that. Before I even take a look at this, honestly, I'm getting really good vibes from this reading, and I will be back with more right now. The phrase opportunity shock was ringing in my head many times while I was staring at these cards, and the main message for you is that don't let the fear of missing out stop you from just picking something to focus on and committing to it and focusing on it and working on it. I think that no matter which opportunities that you choose to focus on, I see very good outcomes no matter what, or at least opportunities for success. And yeah, honestly, group 3, there is so much opportunity and options in this spread that even I was thrown for a loop while staring at these cards. And specifically what I mean is the Lover card at the bottom of this deck here, because there are many ways to interpret this card. Before I just want to point out that the way this card is depicted, the story is, you know, one guy choosing between two women here. I think one of them is older than the other, but it doesn't matter in the context of this reading. What drew me is that he is looking at this woman, whereas the angel overhead is trying to guide him towards this woman here. And now that I've depicted the scene, I just want to point out the different ways that it can be interpreted in this, in the context of this spread. So one way is, if you're not sure which opportunity to pick, I'm going to say opportunity a lot. I'm just warning you right now. By you, I also mean me. Anyway, if you're wondering which opportunity to pick you can turn to your network for guidance if you're not sure. Again, I just want to reiterate, I don't think you can do wrong in the situation that it's looking like you're in this week. I think that the primal fears alluded to by the Moon card here are just you being in your own way, you being stuck in your own head. Now, the other way to interpret this is that the more tempting choice for you might not be what's best for you, and to listen to your higher self and to just take counsel with your higher self to really make sure that what opportunity you end up going with is the right one. But what I would suggest for you, group 3, is that no matter which one you end up picking, first of all, pick one. And second of all, just pick one and don't look back, and just focus on it and hammer away at it to advance towards it. But again, like this success here is a great card to have given the rest of your reading here. There are a bunch of other interesting things about this reading, but I don't think they matter as far as being helpful to you, so I'm just going to omit them all. So that is what I have for you, group 3. If you don't want to watch me pick up your cards, you can use the timestamps to jump ahead a couple seconds. I'll see you at your Oracle card reading. All right, I think I'm getting better at this. Let's see if I can. This should be good. All right, Group A, your I Ching card is, your Tao card is Dispersion. This is I Ching hexagram number 59. And the key words are diffuse negativity, restore harmony, circulate, revitalize, dissolve divisions. Dissolve divisions, I'll say that again, and lighten up. Life is supposed to be fun. I think that for you, the obviously the lighten up part at the very end is what stuck with me the most. I think that the key for you for this week, Group A, is to approach the activities and choices and things that this week throws at you with as much levity as you can reasonably insert in the situation. It's just another week. Sometimes people have bad weeks. That's not even a dig at you. I'm thinking entirely of myself. That's what made me say that. I've had a couple bad weeks recently, but it's okay. It's just a week. There's always next week, you know? And as long as you don't put too much pressure on yourself and try to focus on optimism and positivity, basically. Group B, your card is last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Wow. Now, what's interesting is if the last quarter moon is in Taurus, that means the sun is in Leo, which is a very interesting combo here. Listen. Oh, actually, there's one group in particular that desperately needs to remember how awesome you are. It's so obvious if you took that pile. I won't even say who you are. It's really clear. But for all three of you, all three of the groups, honestly, just remember how far you've come. Whenever you have doubts, self-doubt often comes when you compare yourself to other people, which is so tempting. Like, social media and the internet today is just full of people to compare yourself to. And often those people are people that in many ways you don't measure up to. Well, so what? Don't compare yourself to those people. Compare yourself to yourself a year ago or a month ago. That's really important to keep in mind. Be proud of yourself, be proud of your accomplishments, be proud of how awesome you are. Group C, your card is Confidence. This is a disseminating fire moon. Let me just show you the card here. It's funny. This I feel like I'm going to rehash a lot of things that I said in this card here, but I think you're being invited to be grateful for the opportunities that you've given yourself, and it's okay to start reaping the rewards of the work that you've done to make it to this point without guilt, you know? You can be confident in your choices, be confident in yourself, be confident in the work that you've made to make it this far. Group D, your card is Companionship. This is the moon in Libra. I'm a Libra moon. This is, I always find it funny when I pick one of my own placements in this deck. Anyway, give me a second. Honestly, given the readings that I gave, I don't see much to add beyond the meaning of this card is pretty straightforward. We're all in this together. Should be a key phrase for you. Try to focus on collaboration, and remember, and this is the part that that leapt out at me while I was staring at this card. Even the women at the top here, even though they are looking apart from each other, they are bound together. Both, they're arm in arm. They got each other's backs quite literally. And at the bottom, we have two hands shaking with fruit growing and opportunity. So just remember that whether you agree or disagree that you're all on the same team, try to lean on your team, try to be there for your team, and try to have your team's back, or just rest assured that your team has your back, all right? So that was a mic drop. I'm gonna end the video right there. If you like this video, please give this video a like, and y'all have a great week, all right? Take care, I'll see you soon.